This is what it's like cooking from scratch on a daily basis. If you're new here, I'm Bob, and this is how I try to make it work. And this week I'm showing you how I make life as enjoyable as it can be for myself and my family through the middle of winter. Some things I make daily in my life, and some things I make once a year, and some things I make just for fun. And that's what cooking from scratch is for. We're going to start with lemons. We all know the real pleasures of life are the little things in the everyday, so hence why I use my time to make the little things better. And one of those is fresh lemon curd on a buttery crumpet when you're late for work in the morning. So that means we're going to need to turn this cream into butter. While that whips, it's time to get the second treat going. The jams I made in the summer are finished now, and in the winter I can't grow any berries, so I have to revert to the ones in the wild. Back in November, before the snow came, I picked what you call slow berries and put them in the freezer. Today it was time to use them and turn them into hedgerow jelly. They look like blueberries but taste much richer and have a large stone in the middle, so it needs to be sieved before putting into jars. While that settles, the butter is ready. And just like that, you'll have the best butter you've ever tasted. How thick yellow butter appears out of a liquid white cream is one of those wonders of the kitchen. But what makes it even better is what is left over in the bowl. This is buttermilk, and of course in a from scratch kitchen there can be no waste, so I'm going to put it straight to use. I add it simply to some yeast and some flour, and if you leave it a little while to ferment, it will reward you with the most perfect crumpets. Now back to the lemon curd. You add lots of eggs, the fresh butter we made, lemon zest and juice, and I leave that to heat up on the stove while I move on to a fruit we all know well. Or so you thought. But this is a type of orange where it's the skin we're going to eat. Lots of fruit over the years has been bred to be sweeter and juicier than they were originally, but Seville oranges, which have just come into the end of their season, are closer to what some fruits used to be like, far more acidic and full of seeds. So we use them to make something most of you will know, marmalade. I don't have long enough on this video to show you the full process in detail. Once cooled, the pectin is squeezed out of the flesh, then sugar is added to the skin like a jam, and if it crinkles like this, it's ready to bottle. If I've learned anything from reading Paddington Bear, it's that marmalade must be enjoyed on bread. So I get a loaf in the oven in preparation. And remember the crumpet batter made of buttermilk? It's time for those. Sometimes there can be a lot going on, but somehow it all comes together and all there is left to do is enjoy it. You might think, Bob, why do you bother with all this? Because I know home cooking is often seen as a lowly pursuit, or something with little worth in society anymore, that we can just outsource it. But how wrong that is. The ability to be able to cook for ourselves is one of the greatest miracles of being a human. It carries the ability to give us infinite pleasure, comfort, and moments of simple, innocent happiness that can't be found elsewhere. It's like trying today's bounty. One hard day's work on the weekend can produce enough preserves for the next 6 months. It's funny how I can turn a single ingredient, cream, into two separate foods, lemon curd and crumpets, and then put them back together at the end to eat. I should have just drank the cream and had done with it. But if I'd done that, I wouldn't get to experience the magic transformation of cooking from scratch.